And you know when you think you're strong enough to handle anything? This first episode will be about how I decided to turn the aftermath of my China trip to a blog post, now to a video post. From New York City to San Francisco to Osaka, Japan, all across Japan to Beijing, China. But hold on a second, rewind a little. San Francisco to Osaka, Japan. I purchased a bottle of antioxidant juice. I was hungry, it was closed. I put it in my bag, boarded the flight, placed my bag under the seat, arrived to Osaka, took out my bag, opened my passport was wet, my picture disappeared. Went to a Japanese immigration officer, he calmed me down, checked my visa, and let me go through. Had a great time, all across Japan. Japan to Beijing, China. Left Japan. Had legal papers from the embassy to serve as my passport. Boarded the flight. Arrived to Beijing. Went to the Chinese immigration officer. Looked at me funny. Checked my visa. Visa valid. Sent me to the side. Then taken away to the integration room. Room had a desk, 2 chairs, and 1 computer. Asked for a proof of ID. Passport and visa. Asked for another ID. U.S. residency card. Asked for another ID. State ID. Asked for another. College ID. Asked for another. High school ID. Asked for another. Middle school ID. Asked for another. Man said those people are not me. I was 10, 13, 15, 16, 18, and 20 years old. Left alone in the room, men came by, took my picture. Woman came by, took off my headscarf, surveillance camera, recorded my voice. Tell my story, tell my story, tell my story, tell your story.
On that island, it's the most pretty area. You can take the photo, nice angle.
Waited, moved into public area, waited, looked at, waited, brought in, red phone, long wire, vintage style, looked at, man called someone, looked at, waited, man hung up on call, looked at, man returned, red phone, man approached, you're free to go. 4 hours long. Me, relieved, upset, confused, traumatized. Empty airport, lost luggage, no sight of other travelers, no sight of tour group, found luggage. Left building, bright hot sunlight, empty parking garage, 1 bus, far distance. 3 men approach, familiar faces, friends. So dehumanizing, I just couldn't. I didn't know what to do. I got in the bus, I put my sunglasses on, I'm laid back. People ask me, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, don't worry, I'm fine, I'm okay. Once I got there, we took, since they waited for me for 4 hours, they missed time where they had to rest in the hotel before they go on to the restaurant or the next tour. And I felt, oh, it's my fault. They probably hate me. They wanted to rest. They've already traveled the whole country and they couldn't because of me. Anyways, everyone was very supportive. Some people were very supportive for my tour. But local people have offered me so much help and just so much. They were so genuine to me. We took a ride with the authentic, like a bike ride through the local streets of Beijing, heading to a local restaurant that's in-house. Yeah, it's an in-house restaurant by locals in Beijing. And then once we got to the house, we were greeted, and then we had Peking duck and all these traditional, cultural Chinese dishes that I never had in the US. It was a really cool experience. We got to see streets in person. It was a very authentic experience that I loved.
Mrs. Fan gonna to play a lovely song for you, not Tiger.
Owner of the house played an instrument for us. It was really cool.
These songs about love. You like it?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
daughter of that woman that played an instrument. After she finished, I expressed interest in her town and her city. I wanted to know more about it. So she offered me a mini tour near the restaurant areas and near the house. We walked a while, and then I guess people were like, oh, where did she go? Where did Salwa go? I guess they thought I was lost or something. So one of the guys came out and followed me. But that guy was actually, he kind of became my best friend the whole trip. Actually, everyone did. Everyone became my best friend. After the restaurant, we went on our tour. We had a walk through the city center, and then we passed by a flower shop. The tour guide told us that this flower shop specifically always brings flowers to someone random that they walk in front of the shop. So obviously in my mind I'm like, oh please, I want some flowers. And obviously every other person in the group too, especially the girls, you know, they all wanted some flowers. They're like, oh please, I want to get the flowers. And then we just left. We walked by the river, and then we went to this local bars, local restaurant near the river. It was an amazing experience. I loved it, and it's so beautiful during the evening. And then before it got dark, a clown showed up to where we were sitting, and then he had flowers. Yes, I'm like, he has flowers. Are those flowers from the shop? Yes, they were from the shop. And each girl got a flower. I got 5 flowers. And I didn't know why. Actually, my tour guide requested one for me. We had 2 guys on the trip. Each one requested 2 flowers, so that's 3 flowers. Another flower from the gift from the flower shop, and another flower from the tour agency itself. I've never been more happier than that. And obviously all the girls were like looking at me like, oh, she has more flowers than me. But that made me happy. I was really upset, and they wanted me to feel happy, and they wanted me to forget what happened to me. A tale, not a guide. Road to China.